taking a step back, because I was really fascinated by a conversation that Tim Pool was having with the CEO of Rumble, which happens to have been a Canadian company. I think they moved to Florida, the free state of Florida. If like you can't move to Texas, you move to Florida.
Yeah.
But Tim Pool is keenly aware that his entire business model is dependent
on YouTube or on
YouTube,
Spotify or whatever. Yeah.
Fill in the blank, and we've now seen like how the mob goes after Spotify like they did with Joe Rogan, and the CEO of Rumble is promising like, this is my project, I am not going to abandon the mission of free speech. And Tim's like, but you're gonna if this gets as big as you say it's going to get, you're going to sell. And you're going to develop these relationships with corporations and
advertisers.
And by the way, one of the key advertisers happens to be the government. The government floods a lot of money into the system.
Yeah.
And Tim Pool's just like, this is not a solution.
Yeah.
Even though
you're helping.
Right now, it looks like a super friendly place. But I remember when YouTube was a friendly free speech place.
Yeah. When Google was don't be evil.
Yeah. So it has to be... It has to be something transformative. We'd have to get you on Tim Pool to assuage him of his fears, because I don't believe that the solution is a more friendly top-down system. And we're seeing all these things pop up where
because then you get,
I'm not going to censor you, but I'm still in charge.
Right. Well, you get Fox News.
Yeah.
You get the other side that just does the same damn thing. And so it's a tricky battle mentally, right? Because you have your own allegiances, you have your own beliefs. And, we went through a whole summer of love 2 years ago where we had, riots everywhere and we had all this stuff going on. And, it made me think about the truckers, right? So I'm like sitting here going, should people be able to fund the BLM riots? Oh man, that's a tough, I don't particularly identify with the BLM movement. I mean, there's parts of it that I agree with, but and then I look at the truckers and I'm like, it's really difficult. It makes you think about these things, and it tests you to make sure you're hardened to make those decisions. We just go to Rumble. Well, then Rumble's silencing the people who are too in the middle. They haven't passed the sniff test, so they aren't going to get access to our viewership.
Yeah.
That's a really difficult piece there. And if you're a purist, if you really believe in what you're saying, you got to have a common, I think everybody should have a voice. Everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about, I may not agree with you say, but I fight like hell to make sure you have the ability to say it or whatever in some terms. That's a really important piece there. So where do you land? This technology, blockchain and these decentralized technologies are going to bring that in.
Yeah.
It's still 1993 and you're asking me if we can watch movies in the car. We're not there yet. It'll come, but just there's a lot of work that has to be done on the technical side before we get to the higher levels of this stuff.